A very good morning to all our Sports Today family members. And boy, yesterday, 59 overs of action, what we saw at Centurion. India 208 for 8. Some concerns around the top order. Oh, yet again, in a Sena country, first test, first day, they once again struggled. But two individuals kind of held their heads high in this particular encounter in Centurion. One was Virat Kohli, who was playing his first test match after nearly 6 months, and KL Rahul, a man who seems to be the ultimate player in a crisis situation. Now, Vikram Rathod, the batting coach, came yesterday for the post-match press conference, and he had the highest number of praises for KL Rahul and Virat Kohli. For Virat Kohli, Vikram Rathod said that it didn't look like that he was playing test cricket after a gap of 6 months. The muscle memory, the practice, the skill set that Virat Kohli has, it's truly commendable. And because of that, it is a truly great sight that, okay, Virat Kohli scored those 38 runs, but those 38 runs looked very, very good indeed. However, he was undone by a fantastic delivery from Kagiso Rabada. I mean, angling in, just swinging away late, and boy, oh boy, it was a brilliant delivery to get rid of Virat Kohli. You couldn't do anything about it, and that is the main thing that Vikram Rathod stressed upon. He stressed that after lunch, Kagiso Rabada was bowling a brilliant spell. And that is why none of the batters could do anything about it. I mean, Shreyas Iyer, the lack of bounce did him in. For Virat Kohli, it was a brilliant delivery that swung away. And for Ashwin, it was a delivery that bounced a bit extra. And that's why Virat Kohli, unfortunately, for 38 very good runs, he was looking superb at the crease, but undone by a peach. But for KL Rahul, he stated that KL is the man, is the player for a crisis situation. Each and every time KL Rahul has come to the crease, he has really, really ensured that he's gotten the team out of trouble. I mean, just have a look at even his white ball cricket. I mean, KL Rahul has really been India's go-to player in ODIs. I mean, he's won you games from 2 to 3 very precarious positions. And he seems to be batting very well when he's batting with the tail or in a crisis situation. I mean, look at it. When he came to the crease, it was 92 for 5. With number 7, 8, and 9, he added 87 runs more. From 121 to 6, they reached 208 for 8. Now, many people will be saying, oh, it was a very bad score. We don't know how good it will be. But remember, this pitch has got a lot of assistance. There's uneven bounce, there's a space. And remember, if it's cloudy, then it can assist a lot of help for the Pacers. And that's why in this test match, what you're going to see is even the Indian Pacers are going to have a field day. So that's why a total of 220, 250 in that range, if you can get it, then I think it is a very good fight back. And I think India will be really, really happy with the performances that they put in. So if KL Rahul can get them anywhere close to 240 or 250, then I think it will be a commendable effort. And the likes of Siraj, Prasidh, Bumrah, Shardul on this particular Centurion deck, they might actually do wonders. Remember, today the weather forecast in Centurion is not that great. It's again rain towards the afternoon, evening time. Yesterday, we were all stating that, oh, maybe it could rain around 5. Some had stated there will be rain throughout the day. But after 4:15, the rain came down and it never eased up. And that's why early stumps was called. From today onwards, you're going to see 98 overs being bowled and sessions are going to be increased in that sense. So, looking at the weather situation today in Centurion, it's not that good. However, from day 3 onwards, 28th, 29th, and 30th, the weather seems to be good. It'll be cloudy, but it won't rain. So that's the current situation. Today, 88% chances of rain in Centurion towards the evening time. So yet again, we may see a truncated session. We could see a lot of other situations arise in that sense. How will India bowl today? That is going to be a big, big situation. Because remember, South Africa will be batting 4th. And they are probably without Temba Bavuma. Because remember, Temba Bavuma had a hamstring strain. Cricket South Africa released a statement that yes, he's had a hamstring strain, not a hamstring tear. And on a daily basis, the assessment is going on. And that's why a call will be taken on where Temba Bavuma can be batting. Because remember, South Africa will need him on this particular wicket. He will be in a lot of discomfort, but South Africa will need him. Because remember, the batting order barring Dean Elgar and Aiden Markram are very, very inexperienced for this kind of bowling. So that's why Bavuma is a must for South Africa in that sense. So That is the current situation. KL Rahul is India's ultimate crisis player. I mean, nowadays, whenever he comes batting with the tail, batting in a crisis situation, he most of the time bails India out. I mean, look at the test knock that he played today. His strike rate was much better than what was there in the ICC World Cup final. But in that ICC World Cup final, you could not help it because remember, the Australians were bowling with discipline. They were bowling like a team possessed. Only two boundaries from 10 to 40. That's the level of discipline. So KL Rahul couldn't do anything about it. He was in a catch 22 situation. Should he attack? Should he not attack? If he attacked, he would have probably had to lose his wicket. So here, crystal clear. And there is a lot of praise coming for KL Rahul also for the way how he handled a particular heated exchange with Marco Jansen. Marco Jansen bowled a short delivery and KL Rahul just hit it for a six. Jansen was going after it. He was very angry with him. But KL Rahul, with a smile, just pointed, "You bowled there. I had to hit it." The smile, the calmness with which KL Rahul was going about it was really, really fantastic to see. And Jansen lost it. And I mean, yeah, Marco Jansen, in on-air commentary, people were stating that yes, when he bowled in the first half of the World Cup, he was good. But when Rohit Sharma took him to the cleaners in Kolkata, he has lost his mojo since then. And that's why very good innings indeed from KL Rahul, one that could be match turning. And this is why the first session today, if they can get to 240, then I think India would have done a very good job indeed. Unless the pitch flattens out on day 2 and day 3, then I think India hold a slight advantage on these kind of uneven kind of pitches that is there. But now shifting our attention from Centurion, let us move to Melbourne. And in a rare situation, Pakistan are on top. At the time of doing this morning wrap, they were 112 for 1 with Abdullah Shafiq hitting a 50. But today, one more individual on Boxing Day managed to get a 50. It wasn't a batter, it was extras. Pakistan today bowled 52 extras, and on Boxing Day, this will represent some kind of a record. I mean, no face to it. Mr. Extras has been consistently playing in cricket ever since 1877, and today he notched up a 50. And boy, oh boy, was it a sight to behold. Because remember, extras, if you remove those 52 extras, Australia would actually have been restricted to under just about 250. That is the current situation. So, the fielding improved today. You saw one brilliant catch taken by Mohammad Rizwan. I mean, a rare thing. Pakistan and catching, it's normally not good, but today Rizwan took a brilliant catch. And that's why Pakistan seemed to be dictating all the things to Australia at this point in time. 112 for 1 at the time of doing this morning wrap. Let's see how they end day 2 today. Because remember, Pakistan are desperate to end their losing streak in Australia. 15 games on the trot they have lost here. For Australia, it will take something extraordinary to ensure that they can stay in the series. Unless there is a collapse by Pakistan, I don't see them doing any wonders at this point. Now, shifting our attention to other sports, in the chess, rapid and blitz championships, all the Indian players made a good start. I mean, Vidit Gujarati, Arjun Erigaisi, they are in the top 10 at this point in time after 5 rounds. Magnus Carlsen is leading it, and all the other Indian chess players also, they had a very good start as well. Now, what about Gukesh? Well, Gukesh unfortunately didn't have a good start, and he is currently well at the bottom of the pile when you have to look at the chess rankings. But the best part is Anish Giri is also not in the podium at this point in time. So today and mostly even tomorrow, you'll have the rapid games followed by the blitz championships. After the end of this from 29th, whoever is in the top 3, that will ensure whether Gukesh can get to the candidates or he can't. Because remember, the only way Gukesh can get into the candidates is if both Arjun Erigaisi and Anish Giri do not either win the tournament or they do not finish in the podium. And that's why it's a very big thing indeed for Gukesh. If he can somehow hold his own, today is the 6th round in the rapid tournaments. Then in the blitz tournaments, if he can hold his own, then you may see a third Indian in the candidates. It's unprecedented then. Barring one in the past, no other Indian has ever made it to the candidates. Now you may see 3 Indian players in the candidates chess tournament. It's a big, big deal indeed. Now, after this, when we shift our attention to Spain, a very scary incident has happened because what has happened is in Spain, Some Indian chess players were robbed. Their belongings were stolen. And that's why an inquiry has been formed as to how this happened. A burglary attempt has happened in Spain, and many Indian chess players' belongings have been stolen. So now that luckily they escaped with their lives, there was no physical harm or anything. But in the burglary, a lot of their belongings were stolen, and now a police raid is underway. What is happening now? How will they recover their belongings? It remains to be seen there. So, sports fan is like telling me Gukesh will get into candidates surely now. Anish doesn't look like finishing at top in World Rapid. Yes, but remember, he doesn't have to finish on top. If Anish finishes in the podium, top three, then he has a chance. But yes, you're right. Yesterday's performances meant that Anish did not have a good run, and that's why, with just 2.5 points, he is right at the bottom. And remember, Gukesh had a chance to go even further, but then he made a big blunder, and that's why he lost that game as well. Another Indian grandmaster there defeated the former world rapid champion Abdul Sattar Nadirbiek, and that's why the Indian contingent is doing very, very well. Vaishali is right in the leadership core. Pragnananda is also in the middle of the pack, and that's why even Vidit and Arjun Erigaisi were the stars. So that's why in chess, India have made a good start. Let's hope by the 28th we get a clear picture as to whether Kukesh is qualifying from the candidates from the FIDE circuit itself. So, a lot of action today with India versus South Africa, day two. Then, if we look at it, you'll have Australia versus Pakistan. That will end, and we'll see what are the major events that happens at this point. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so that when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Bye bye. Stay safe.